Hello guys, Assalamualaikum. Come back to my YouTube channel. Okay. Hello. This is my third video, I think, in my YouTube channel, and the same situation, and I don't have subscriber or viewers, so just do my duty. Okay, today I will explain about the police. What is the police? I will explain later. So in this video is different from my another video in my YouTube channel. I will introduce myself and my friends. There are two friends that no, not my friends, but my twins. They are help. No. They will help me. They will help me to explain what I want to say to you, my audience. So I hope you like my creativity. So just watch it. Wow! Okay, we start from the troublemaker in 2020 in Indonesia. Wow! The COVID-19 pandemic in Indonesia is a part of ongoing worldwide pandemic of coronavirus disease 2019 caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus. Wow! It was confirmed to have spread to Indonesia on 2nd March 2020 after a dance instructor and her mother test positive for the virus. Both were infected from a Japanese nation. So this COVID came from Japanese. No, Wuhan. Yeah, Wuhan. Wow! By the 9th April, the pandemic had spread to all 34 provinces in the country. And there are Jakarta, East Java, and West Java are the worst hit provinces together, accounting almost 50% of the national total cases. Wow. So, the largest increase of the new cases in a single day occurred on the 8th October when 4,000 cases were announced. At most, 5,000 recoveries and 160 fatalities were ever recorded within a span of 24 hours. Wow! On the 30th in July, the recovery exceeded active cases as of 27th October. Indonesia has reported many cases, and the highest in the South Asia, ahead of the Philippines, are Indonesia. In the term of that number, Indonesia ranked 3rd in Asia and the 60th in the world. Wow! So amazing, Indonesia. Wow! However, of the data indicated that the number death may be much higher than what has been reported as those who died with acute COVID-19 symptoms but had not been confirmed, or tests were not counted in the official death figure. Wow! So this is the troublemaker in 2020. Wow! January 2020, be ready, entering 2020. The world is shaken by the coronavirus outbreak, which is spreading very rapidly through the world. This has prompted the Indonesia government to make efforts that adopt policies on handling the coronavirus. And one of the initial action taken by President Jokowi Widodo, our president, at that time was to order the Indonesia embassy in China to pay specially attention to Indonesian citizens who were isolated in Wuhan. Okay, next. In addition to the central level, local government has also taken an alert step by alerting 100 hospitals for COVID-19. Preparedness was also carried out at the 135 airports and international ports by installing body temperature detectors. Wow! Okay, next. On January 28, 2019, the head of the Health Crisis Center of the Minister of Health, Budi Silvana, explained the issue of the issuance of specially preparedness the guidelines for the new coronavirus. These guidelines are made to adopt those made by WHO Health Organization. This is what is used as a reference for health workers for treatment in case of transmission. The guidelines explain surveillance and response, clinical management, infection control, specimen management, and laboratory confirmation, risk communication, and community improvement, said Budi in Compass. Wow! Okay, next. Even though there have been no positive cases of corona in Indonesia, on January on 30, 2020, President Jokowi introduced to immediately make evacuation procedure for Indonesian citizens in Hubei province, China. The order was conveyed by the president after meeting with Minister of Foreign Affairs Retno Marsudi, Minister of State Secretary Pratikno, Minister of Law and Human Rights Yasona Lawli, Minister of Health Terawan Agus Putranto, Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy Wisnutama, and Head of National Disaster Management Agency Doni Monardo in the waiting room. Halim Perdana Kusuma Air Force Base, Jakarta. We have option for evacuation, but there is a producer. This morning, I told the foreign minister to start exploring about it. The name evacuation, what kind of entry letter, then after being brewed, here are their quarantines in large numbers and where. Do not consider things like this easy, they must be properly prepared because it is related to viruses, said the president in Compass. Wow! Okay, next. The Indonesian government has increased preparedness to prevent the spread of the coronavirus by temporarily closing flights to and from mainland China starting February 5, 2020. This decision was taken in a limited meeting chaired by President Jokowi. In addition, the government has also temporarily stopped granting visas and visas on arrival from Chinese citizens. Wow! Regarding the evacuation of Indonesian citizens from Wuhan, Hubei province, China, they arrived in Batam on Sunday, February 2nd, 2020. The Indonesians were immediately flown to Natuna East Island to be observed for 40 days. The total number of Indonesian citizens observed included the 42 pick-up team totaling 285 people. This observation period ended on February 50th, 2020. From the observation, all Indonesian citizens were declared healthy and no one had caught the coronavirus. Wow. Minister of Health Terawan Agus Putranto ensured that the examination was carried out completely. We completed with health certificates starting from the result of examination to monitoring during observations, said Terawan in Compass. In the economy, the government is trying to keep incoming growth in 2020 2020 at 5% to study by coordinating Minister of Economy shows the possibility the economic growth could decrease by 0.1 up to 0.3%.
Wow!
Policy breakthroughs are being prepared to anticipate the economic impact of the spread of the coronavirus. Economic growth will be maintained according to the target of 50% in 2020, said Secretary of the Coordinating Minister for the Economic, Susi Wijono Moegiarso. Okay, next. Indonesia entered a new chapter in the prevention of the coronavirus after President Jokowi announced that 2 residents had contracted the coronavirus and were being treated at the Sulianti Saroso Infectious Disease Hospital, Jakarta. These 2 cases are the first to be reported in Indonesia. Last week, a Japanese person went to Indonesia, then stayed in Malaysia, was checked that test positive for the corona. After being traced, while in Indonesia, he came into contact with a 64-year-old mother and her 31-year-old daughter. After being checked, both were positive for corona, said the president, accompanied by Health Minister Terawan Agus Putranto at the Merdeka Palace, Jakarta. After this announcement, the government urged residents not to panic, including not to do panic buying. We argue people not to panic buying or shopping excessively. The supply of basic necessities is certain to be sufficient, said Minister of the Trade Agus Suparmanto in a joint press statement with the Coordinating Minister for Economic Affairs, the Minister of Agriculture, the National Police, Food Task Force, and retailers in Jakarta.
Wow!
However, field facts show that the transmission of the coronavirus occurs very quickly. In 11 days after the announcement of the first case, the number of positive cases of corona reached 69 people, 4 of whom died and 5 cases recovered. The government is striving for fast handling by forming a COVID-19 task force team led directly by the president. From the beginning, there was a task force command myself, BNPB, coordinates the rapid reaction team so that when the evacuation WNI from Wuhan, the place where COVID-19 first appraised and plagued China, in just 2 days we decided to prepare the place by the TNI in Natuna, said the President Jokowi Widodo.
Wow!
Okay, next. In connection with this step, on March 30, 2020, the President signed Presidential Decree number 7 of 2020 concerning the task force the acceleration of handling COVID-19. This task force is led by the head of BNPB, Doni Manardo. The chief executive of the task force must report the implementation to the President and the director, said Doni.